Look at this. Monday, snow. Tuesday, snow. Wednesday, snow. Thursday, snow. Friday,
snow.
But not here. Another weekend, Cozumel.
And Playa.
And Playa. Welcome back, everybody. What's up? This week we have an awesome time in Cozumel. First off, online everybody said we got to go to
Mr. Taco.
Yeah, and then the taxi driver said you got to try out
Mr. Taco.
And all the locals were like, have you been to
Mr. Taco?
So we tried to go and it was closed. Turns out you don't go when Google says they're open. You come back later at 6 o'clock when it says they've been closed for 3 hours, and that's when they're open. So we went to Mr. Taco, and it was epic, did not disappoint. All right, so we made it to Mr. Taco when they're open because apparently their hours online said they closed at 2 p.m. And we got here one time at like 1, and they were already closed. And there was no evening hours, so we looked it back up on a different app, and it said that they were only open from 6 to midnight. Apparently they have a siesta thing here, which we kind of figured out after being here for a little while. But we made it here and we got some of their food, which everybody online raved about this place, and then a lot of the cab drivers also, probably 4 or 5 times, mentioned it. So, anyway, check this out. What do you think? Rocky line. That's pretty elegant. Cool. So, anyway, we're gonna dig in here, check this out. They're cooking it. Maybe. Here we go. Señor. Good job, dude. One of the things that definitely defines Mexico is it doesn't matter where you're at. You could be at the grocery store, you could be on a bus, you could be at a restaurant, you could be at the park, you could be in your house, and somebody will burst in with instruments and just start belting it like they're Celine Dion. And Mr. Taco is no exception. If you know it's a good taco stand because they'll have this big thing with red meat all over it, it's pork, and they fire roast it on one side, pineapple on top. Absolutely lovely.
Lots of sauces that are too hot for us.
We said goodbye to our friend Ernesto, which we showed his restaurant in the last video. He has been so kind to us. Makes vegetarian food for this one. When Ernesto found out that we were there for a month because we wanted to learn about the island and the culture of people and experience the food, he took us under his wing, made a lot of food for us, and made special food for her because she's vegetarian, which was really kind. And then he also gave us this awesome gift. All right, you want to give it a bite? Interesting. Brielle's very interested in it. Softer than I was expecting. So that's the ferry that they run the cars on. Not the ferry we'll be taking, but tomorrow, mañana, we are gonna be heading out to the other ferries that way, north a little bit, but we'll be heading out. Then I'll be coming back, looks like on Thursday, to do some more diving. So it's not ready to me yet, Cozumel. But tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a big move day, so we're gonna go Playa Del Carmen and anyway, see how that scene is over there. It'll be a little more central to some of the stuff we want to do in the next few weeks. But tonight, came to a really nice restaurant. This is Playa Cozumel is the name of it, and the owner of this is the dive master's wife that I go diving with. So, all right, guys, the man, the myth, the legend.
¿Cómo están?
¿Qué es tu negocio?
Sí, es de mi mamá, the family business.
Family business? Yeah. So this guy, 1000% Mayan.
Yeah.
1000%.
One of the last ones. Sí, we're almost finished. Casi extintos.
Tell about your family, tu familia en Chichen Itza.
Muy bien, la familia Sets, page Sets para todos ustedes. Sí.
Yeah, makes good food, so we've been enjoying it.
Mayan food.
Mayan food is excellent. We love it. Get some almost every day. ¿Qué es esta?
This one is in La Quech.
In
When
La
you've been
Quech.
when you've been in Chichen Itza, that's the one you're gonna watch it. Quetzalcoatl.
Okay.
Yeah. I put the symbols from Cozumel.
Muy bonito,
It's
amigo.
para get a souvenir from all around the world. Here we go, Michelle.
Gracias, amigo. Ernesto, thank you so much. You made our stay in Cozumel that much better. There are some other people there as well, the dive crew, and just some friends that we met along the way. But the people in Cozumel were so kind, and everybody loved the girls.
Everybody.
It was awesome. So as soon as we got off the boat, it was a totally different vibe. A lot busier, a lot faster paced. Everybody is like, move, 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 let's get stuff done, let's get here, let's do this, let's do that. Whereas Cozumel is just kind of a more go with the flow, chill, relax.
Definitely the island vibe.
Big island vibe. Getting around here is also interesting. You want to tell them different ways we get around?
Well, there's a collectivo, which is a little bus that's kind of in a utility van.
It's like a jeepney, but not. If
And
you
then
know what a jeepney is.
And then there's a moto taxi, is that what they're called?
Moto taxi.
Which I like those because that reminds me of the Philippines too. And then there's taxis, which
Everywhere's
those
got
are
taxis.
they're scam artists.
We don't use taxis at all here.
No.
Because there's much better ways to get around. And there's buses.
Those are not a good way to get around.
No, if you want to throw your back out. And let's just say OSHA doesn't get involved or DOT doesn't get involved nearly as much here because we saw some pretty sketchy stuff on the road. So getting around's been pretty fun. Alright, so we just docked in Playa Del Carmen and the beaches are way nicer here. Someone's excited to be off of the boat. It is windy today, so the boat was actually pretty wild. Pretty good swells coming in. Nothing like the Atlantic, like what I'm used to, but anyway, look, they have real beaches here. I think that's something we're super excited about. Sand and beaches. So, you excited? Look, maybe they have a real beach here. We'll have a real beach for a little while. Be sweet, huh? See, Dave. So, anyway, got a little bit of drama going on with our place that we were staying at. The one we left, not the one we're going to. So, getting that figured out. It's funny. Sometimes people change their tune when you fire back at them, but anyway, more on, there's a lot of people out here today, more than when we came. We survived the ferry, what do you think? How do you feel about moving here for a little while?
I'm excited. It's nice
Cozumel was.
Well,
Find out.
we'll find out. All right, here's the new place. Hi, baby. That's not dangerous, though. This is your new bedroom, baby. Went for another dive, and this time it was cool. We saw some dolphins, but it was also not so cool because the dolphins were kind of caged up. And so we'd seen some dolphin attractions being advertised, and we actually, you know, looked online at some of the reviews and stuff for it, and the, what do you call it, ethical treatment on the animals and that kind of thing.
Well, lots of them have gone out of business. There's only 2 left, and they probably aren't going to be around much longer. So.
But we decided, you know, to not support them, and then after going on the dive, really actively decided not to support them. Yeah, it was really cool to see the dolphins, but it was really sad to see them in a cage. And they're very, very small cages for what these animals are used to. I mean, they're used to the whole ocean and just roaming for hundreds of miles. So. Back in Cozumel with the local team. Yeah, so we're headed out to Chankanaab Park. Hopefully we're gonna see, the goal is eagle rays. That's what I really want to see, eagle rays. So last time I went, I wasn't feeling so well and I wasn't able to go with them. I was really bummed. They saw turtles, eagle rays, normal, like manta rays. They saw fin, no? Yeah. They saw dolphins.
Dolphin.
So I bummed out. I was like, oh man, you guys got to take me out. So now I'm feeling better, and I actually came on the ferry back from Playa Del Carmen this morning to hang out with these guys because they're the best in town. So let's see what we get. That's our path. Getting the gear ready now. Suit up, Enrique. What is it, baby? Tasty what, baby? Say it again. Tasty Tuesdays. All right. They have chili lemon, chili lime popcorn. Mexico, your obsession with chili lime does not disappoint. This is epic. All right. Campechanas? Campechanas. I don't know. Campechanas. We're going over that word earlier. So, it looks like lime and vanilla crackers. Soles. This, everybody was buying these. There was a bunch of people, in fact, 2 guys were saying there wasn't any left, and they reached clear back to the shelf and grabbed them and took off. This was the last one on the shelf, so we kind of tried to try those. Kind of excited to try those. And Brielle picked this one out. This is our first time doing sweeter stuff. So, oh, popcorn's up. Well, let's go. All right, here we go. Chili lime. Oh yeah, that is definitely chili lime right there. This is like the essence of Mexico. All right, so check this out. Okay. Hi, Bill. Come give it a try. Ready? Wanna try it? She's our taste tester. Her face colors. Does she go for a second one? Does she think about it? That goes really well with popcorn, actually. It is spicier than I think most of the chili lime stuff we've had. Alright, these.
You probably eat a lot of this.
I'm not sure if these are sweet or salty, but it has 4 stop signs on it, so it's probably a little bold.
So it's not very healthy.
It is not healthy. What do you think it's? Ooh, that's like a wafer.
I was gonna say, it's looking at it, it's wafer.
You know what instantly came to my mind? Fortune cookie. But this is the flavor is kind of like a fortune cookie.
Special wafer.
Yeah. So these, I believe, is soles.
Little wafer.
Yeah. It's
Like-
good though.
Like the fresh ones.
Oh, the block ones.
Yeah, the pumpkin.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so you're on the same page.
Yeah, I am a wafer kind of guy. Like, it reminds me of my grandpa. My grandpa, by the time I got to know him, was probably less of an ornery old man. Everyone else remembers. And I remember French vanilla ice cream, oatmeal cookies, and vanilla wafers. All right, now for the ones Brielle picked up. These are Emperador. That's actually really good. These are super good. The popcorn is epic. I think my favorite between the soles and the campechanas. And if I'm saying that wrong, you'll get over it.
I do like vanilla. I miss popcorn so much.
So we're excited for our time here. We're figuring things out. I think it takes about 2 weeks to really figure out a local place
At least.
for us. So we'll give it a couple of weeks and we'll go from there.
Say bye.
Dear younger self, I would write that I hope this finds you well, but if you were doing well, you wouldn't need these letters. I know there are some things that seem overwhelming at the moment, problems or personal flaws that make it seem like life hinges on that one thing. I know at parts of our life, we're that very thing that needed to change. Depression can do that, you know. Drag you down and make you feel like you'll never be good enough. Then anxiety steps in and tells you that if you're not good enough right now, then the whole world will end, or friends won't like you, or family will desert you. And all that feels so final. It's so urgent and so real. But here's the thing. It's not real. Sure, we have flaws and we face problems, but look back at the things that seemed to be critical at the time you were going through them that really weren't that critical. Remember the cookie jar? You have overcome so much. We've done things that others told us we couldn't, things that you didn't even think you could do. So how do you stay in reality? How do you get your problems or flaws to not seem so big and scary? There's a technique called grounding. Grounding is getting back to reality when things seem out of control. It's getting things back into perspective and seeing them for how they really are. Remember when you were in grade school and had a huge project? You worked on it all night and made tons of mistakes, finally falling asleep. The next morning, with fresh thoughts, you finished the project in only a few minutes, realizing it was mostly there. Life is the same way. When you're in the middle of that downward spiral, not feeling good enough to go on, or that your friends and family would be better off without you, or that some problem is so important that it's not worth living through, stay grounded. Find something that activates your senses, focus on it, and remember that it is real. Allow your body to feel all those things it needs to process, but stay in reality. Use the cookie jar, call a friend, and remember that the morning will come. And when it does, take a minute to reflect and realize how strong you really are, how much you mean to people, especially me, and how this is really a life worth living.